How's it going, boys? Every guitar I have has a story behind it and behind why I buy it. This one has a hell of a story. So kick back and get ready, because this is the story of when I paid $249 to meet Billy Gibbons, and I got a free guitar out of it. All of a sudden, the door opens up. Who walks in? Billy F. Gibbons. The man, the legend, the one and only ZZ Top. I wanted to actually get down on the ground and do the Wayne's World thing. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. I'm SCOTTBOGFOOT, and this is my only guitars. So guys, the date is May 12th, 2022. And me and my buddy are sitting around kind of bored. I got a couple of dollars in my pocket. I says, hey, I know of this guitar I've been looking at for a while. I've been sizing it up. It's a real cheap guitar. I said, hey, you want to check it out with me? And there's two reasons. Number one, I was really interested for myself, but number two, I wanted him to buy it because I recently bought a Dave Davison signature Jackson Warrior 7-string guitar. And my buddy, who I hang out with all the time, had a 7-string, and he recently sold it, and he was planning on getting a 7-string of his own. Another one, and he's really into it, and so I got one, and it's really nice, and I just didn't want to be lugging it around town all the time, so I wanted him to get his own, right, so I wouldn't have to bring mine up all the time. So we goes out to the shop. It's like 10 minutes to 5 on a Thursday. And there's like nothing on the go. The place is getting ready to shut down at 5 o'clock. Everything's right nice and quiet. And so I shows my buddy this guitar. This one here. And he picks it up and he's like playing it for a bit. And he's like, yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty good. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a nice 7-string, right? I turns to him and I says, you know how much it costs? And he says, how much? I said, it costs $249. He says, I'm buying it. I said, well, actually, I'm buying it. So, like, you better hope there's two of them here. And there actually was, so we bought two of these at the same time. Um, and so we're at the counter, and we're getting a bit of a setup done to them before we take them away. New strings and general setup. And we're just sitting around minding our own business. All of a sudden, the door opens up. Who walks in? Billy F. Gibbons. The man, the legend, the one and only ZZ Top walks in. It was him, and he had a little entourage with him with his bass player was there and maybe his drummer, but I'm not too sure on who the other dude was. And he had a couple of guys with him. And I'm like awestruck. I'm like, all right. And me, my buddy at the same time, he knew who he was too. And he was like, oh, the two of us were just awestruck. And like we were the only people in the store. And we were just standing right next to him. And the two of us are frightened to death to say anything because it's Billy Gibbons. It's like, it's the man. We're just there like I wanted to actually get down on the ground and do the Wayne's World thing. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Right? Because it would have just fit so perfect. But anyway, it turned out he was playing a gig the next night and the following night in town. And this was his first night in town, and he decided to drop by this music store to get some supplies. He needed a tuner and a couple other things. And so we're there sitting around. Here's Billy Gibbons, right? And my guitar, this guitar, is like 4 feet away, less than 4 feet away. It's like 2 feet away from Billy Gibbons for like 45 minutes. And he's just there shooting the shit, talking, telling stories, and talking to the guys behind the counter and stuff. And they're all like, the guitar tech came down to give me the guitar. He walks down, he like turns to me, gives me the guitar. He's like, yeah, here you go. It's really nice. Yeah, no buzz at all, man. It's really good, right? And he turns, he stops, and he's like, oh my God, that's Billy Gibbons. I'm like, yeah, man. So this guitar is like 3 feet away from Billy Gibbons for 45 minutes. I think it gathered some kind of magic from the man. And that's why I've named this one Billy F. Jackson. So anyway, after this encounter with Billy Gibbons, I'm outside with my buddy having a puff of the vaporizer, and we're just standing around shooting the shit because hey, we just met Billy Gibbons. Like we're amazed at each other, and we're like saying, oh yeah, we should have did the Wayne's World thing. That would have been funny. And all of a sudden, the door opens up, and he walks out of the store and walks out to his Suburban. A couple minutes later, he gets out of the car and he walks back to go back into the store. And I'm thinking to myself, what's up, you fucking dickhead? All right, Scotty, this is it. This is your one and only chance to ever talk to Billy Gibbons one-on-one. There's nobody else with him. He doesn't have his security guy with him. There's nobody around. He's going to walk into the store. I goes, this is it. I got to do it now. It's now or never. I goes up. I instantly grabs the door handle and I opens up the door for him. I grabs the door handle. I opens the door. I goes, here you go, Mr. Gibbons. And I knew I had to talk loud because I knew he was a bit hard of hearing. And he said, he looked at me and he gave me the finger guns. He's like, hey, thanks, man. And I said, no, thank you, sir. And as he was walking in, I said, I loved you in Back to the Future Part 3. And he stopped. And I don't know if he, I don't really know if he understood what I said or not, but he stopped and he was like, yeah, man. And he walked into the store, and that's how I met Billy Gibbons. And so I don't see it as this guitar cost $249. I see it as I paid $249 to hang out with Billy Gibbons for 45 minutes, and I got a free guitar at the same time. So hey guys, that's been my story of how I met Billy Gibbons and the guitar that made it all happen. This is Billy F. Jackson, my Jackson JS22-7 dinky hardtail. The body's made of poplar. It's got a satin finish, a one-piece maple bolt-on neck. The neck is also satin. The fingerboard is Armarith. It's got a 12 to 16 inch compound radius, 24 jumbo frets, black plastic nut, piranha tooth, small shark fin inlays, Jackson sealed die cast tuners, 26.5 inch scale length. The bridge is a Jackson hardtail 7-string through body hardtail. No pickguard. The pickups are Jackson high output 7-string humbucking. 3-position blade. Volume and tone control with dome style knobs. So this is my Jackson Dinky. I think it's called a Dinky because it's slightly smaller than the Soloist. So this is, I believe it's 7/8 the size of a Soloist. So it's called a Dinky. It's basically a strat shape. This one is the JS22-7 because it's a 7-string. And I'm not going to give you no guitar lessons of how to play a 7-string because I'm not that guy. But the way that I got this set up is that the top 6 strings are just normal. Right now they're tuned to standard. So it's like any other guitar that you play, right? But the 7th string I got tuned to A so that you can bar it off and make bar chords that are lower. So instead of playing a C as a bar chord, I can now play lower C. So that's how I tune and play a 7-string for the most part. Sometimes I'll detune everything a half step, and then I'll detune the B string again and a further half step so that it works out basically the same way but lower. Set neck, maple neck, satin body, 3-way switch, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3-way switch, volume. I can't tell you what this button down here does. This thing down here, no idea. It's not tone. It's almost like tone, but it's not tone. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's not exactly tone. 2 high output humbuckers, 7-string humbuckers. They say they're high output. They are high output, but I don't know what. There's nothing special about them. The tuners are shit, but it's a $250 guitar, so the tuners are shit. They feel horrible. They're horrible tuners. But this thing plays amazing. This plays like $1,000 guitar, easy. I've been Scott Bogfoot, and this has been My Only Guitars.
If you like these videos, please feel free to leave a comment. If you didn't like these videos, please feel free to leave a comment too. But if you really hated these videos, now there's something for you too. You can now hate me on Patreon. Patreon, where every dollar you pledge is like kicking me in the face 6 times. Thank you.
This comes from a cunt who says 230 fucking fucks in a 5-minute fucking video. This comes from a cunt who says 230 fucking fucks in a 5-minute fucking video.